Hi, welcome to another video. Continuing on with my blue ink swatching. I realized as I was doing these ones that there are a couple in here that are not blue. There's black. But it's only going to be a couple. That primarily these are going to be blue inks. So this week, or these 7, I should say, I did Sailor Basic Blue Black, and today's well, you'll see there were incidents. Okay, Sailor Basic Blue Black, Sailor Ink Studio 943, Sailor Ink Studio 840, Private Reserve Fast Dry Midnight Blue. I love this ink. I use this one quite a bit. Sailor Manyo Kikuyo. I don't know how to pronounce it. Kikuo. That's what we're going with. Diamine Shimmertastic Night Sky, and my camera probably won't pick up the shimmer too well, but it's there a little bit on the swatch card. And then Diamine from the Red Ink Vent Tempest, and this one also has shimmer in it, but I don't know if it'll be picked up. The shimmer's not coming out very well on these Wearingle cards, but it's better on the paper. So those are the cards. Let me see first. We'll do the Tumbleweed River first. So, this, I'm trying different things. I'm trying to figure out what's going to be best, and this is a work in progress. Anyhow, here are the same 7 colors. This first one, lots of ink. Sailor Ink Studio 840, and it's a nice multi-shading blue with some red sheen in it. Private Reserve Fast Dry Midnight Blue, a nice dark midnight blue, and it also has some red sheen in it. Sailor Manyo Kikuo is kind of a teal-ish blue that also has some red sheen in it. Sailor Ink Studio 943. This is a really, I really like this. This is just a nice dark, like a kind of dark royal blue. Maybe leans a little bit violet. Not really any shading or sheening, I mean, but there was a little bit down here at the bottom, but there was also like I dropped a lot of ink there. Diamine Red Edition Tempest. It's supposed to be a blue black, I guess, and you can kind of see it. I'll zoom in on these closer in a little bit, but I just want to talk about it. But it has some red sheen in it also. Sailor Basic Blue Black. This is just their plain old from the Sailor line. Just, you know, there's 3. There's Sailor Blue, Sailor Black, and Sailor Blue Black. This is the Blue Black. And it's a really nice color. Kind of some grayish tones to it, some more darker blue, and it has lots of nice red sheen also. And then this is the Diamine Shimmertastic Night Sky. And it's a black ink, but it has silver shimmer in it that I think I probably wanted to get this one because to my eyes, the silver reflects almost like a light blue. So I'll come in closer to see these. Hopefully the color is showing up in the sheening and so forth. Yeah, there was just way too much ink that went down here, but that's what it is. But I like these colors. I like the variety. They're all dry, except there's still a little bit of wetness here on the blue black and a little tiny bit of wetness down here on the Night Sky. But anyhow, nice colors. I think of all of these, probably the Private Reserve is like my favorite, but I really like this 943 more than I thought I would. It's a little brighter than I like for a dark blue, but still it's a really, really nice color, and I hadn't seen this one before. It was the first time I used the sample. So those are how they look on the Tomoe River paper. And here's where it gets interesting. On my campus paper, again, we struggled with ink, but I didn't care because really all I care about is the swatching, so that's what I did. So this one has the Tempest, the Diamine Red Edition Tempest, the Sailor Basic Blue Black, and the Diamine Shimmertastic Night Sky. Again, this is a Kokyo Campus paper, Sarah style, and the shimmer comes out really, really nicely on this paper. I'm hoping that it's showing up on the video, but I think the Night Sky, you can really pick her. It's very, very nice. The Sailor Blue Black has more red sheening on this paper than well, no, I guess it has a fair bit on the other one, but the ink itself is kind of more gray tones are coming out. And then the Tempest, it's black, it's got some red sheen to it, and then gold shimmer, and just very, very pretty. Don't know what I would ever use it for, but it's very pretty. But this one is still a little bit wet, but by and large they're dry. These ones, I did get way too much ink on the paper, and there was bleed through. So last video I was talking about how the campus paper doesn't bleed through much, and it really doesn't. But when you put down 5 gallons of ink in 3 square inches, it's gonna bleed through, and it did a bit. So there's those 3. And then here are the other 4. The Sailor Ink Studio 840 here at the top, and it looks pretty similar on here as it does to the Tomoe River, kind of the various shades of blue with some red sheen. The Private Reserve Fast Dry Midnight Blue on here looks similar to the other one, but it is showing up a little bit lighter where there's less ink. And on the Tomoe River, that was not really a thing. This could be that I just didn't have as much ink down here because, again, I was trying to figure out how much to put without making a big mess. And so it could be just that I didn't have as much ink on here. But anyhow, it's presenting a little bit lighter than it did on the Tomoe River. The Kikyu looks very similar in that it's kind of the teal-ish green leading with some red shimmer in it. This also kind of looks like a dolphin or something. And then the bottom one here, the Sailor Ink Studio 943. This one looks a lot more violet on this paper. There is a little bit of red sheen through here where it's heavy, but not a lot. And you kind of have to look to see it, but it's there. I probably should get like a little flashlight and keep it with me so I can like accent these areas where there's where I can see sheen, but I don't know if it's being picked up or not. But anyhow, this is this week's, or whatever, this video's edition of the continuing with my blue ink sampling. Again, I got way too much on there, and it bled. So you know, when you do a mistake like that, this paper will bleed, but generally it doesn't. So next time I will try and do better, because I think I finally got my my rhythm figured out. So But yeah, anyhow, this was fun. These were all, well, especially these last three, were darker than, you know, what I think of as like just blues. But anyhow, it's keeping up with the variety that I have. So now I've done 14 of, I don't even know how many, but a good number. So hope you have a great day, and I hope you're doing well, and take care of yourselves.